Hey you guys, Masterful Master of None here. Today I'm going to be replacing a GFCI outlet in my bathroom. So let's watch now and see if we can learn something today. Hey you guys, today it's going to be a short video, but it's going to be kind of a informative one. So here we go. A couple of days ago, our power went out in the bathroom. I went and I came over and checked the GFCI, which can trip sometimes and turn your power off. GFCI is a ground fault circuit interrupter, and it will shut your power off if there's something like an anomaly or too much power going. It will automatically shut off your power to that certain area. Now, normally in most cases, you can press the reset button here and it will pop back on. We used to have that happen in our house in Mesa all the time when we overloaded the circuit. It would pop out, you push it back in, you could start over with the power. But unfortunately, this particular time, a couple of days ago, it went off. I went and I tried to pop it back on and reset it. Didn't work, so I went over to the panel, which I'm going to show you here in a moment, and I looked, I reset it, came back, and I realized that this has gone bad. Now, that is a common thing for these to happen. A GFCI will go bad, so you need to replace it. So I went over to the local hardware store, I grabbed a new GFCI, and I'm going to go show you today how to do this. All right, you guys, we're here at my panel. There's something I want to disclose really quick. I am not a licensed electrician. I'm just handy enough to know certain things about different stuff. So, hence the name Masterful Master of None, right? I wanted to give that disclosure because there are some things, if you don't feel comfortable doing this, then I don't suggest you coming over and trying to take out an outlet or rewire or anything like that. But if you do feel comfortable enough to do some of these things, this can save you a lot of money. So here we are at the panel. Now, when I looked at everything the other day, everything's labeled pretty good in this house. So you have your AC, your dryers, washer, refrigerator, kitchen, microwave disposal, things like that. And then when I looked over here, I saw bath and patio master GFCI. This right here was the one that I turned off and back on, and normally in most cases, if you trip it like that, it'll be loose, it can click back on, and then you're good to go. Then you don't have to do what I'm having to do today. But it just happens to be that the GFCI itself went bad, and we're gonna have to replace it. So, first off, before doing any electrical work, turn off the power. Now, you don't have to turn off everything. This is dedicated to here. That's it. And then we won't turn this back on until I am fully back in. We can test it, and hopefully this works pretty quickly. So let's check this out now, okay? What we need to do here is take off these two plate screws. Now the plate is protecting the actual circuitry inside there, so we're gonna take those off first. I'm using a flathead screwdriver. It's gonna be for that one. And then the other one, a Phillips, is gonna be needed for when, well, sometimes it has the option to do both here. Now, hopefully this was properly labeled and I'm not gonna have any issue because the power is supposed to be not going to this area. And there should be no power coming here, so I shouldn't have any issue with touching that and having any problems there. It should be properly labeled. But if for some reason it wasn't, you know, might get a little spark or something like that. So the next thing is I need to take out the outlet. Now this takes a Phillips screw. I had a feeling it would. It's tight. And the other one has paint on it. So we're gonna have to really put some pressure to get this off. Most of the time I just use my actual Well, might even actually. Okay, I'm back. I have my impact driver here. This might be an overuse of a tool, but because there's paint and stuff like that, I needed to put some pressure in here. There, got that off pretty quickly. All right, now let's just close this up. Oh, that does not close. We gotta watch out for the screws here. Now, it's got warning label here. Attention, the load terminals under this label are for feeding additional receptacles. Miswiring can leave this outlet without ground fault protection. Read instructions. So, we are basically going to do the exact same way that it is wired back here. So, we don't want to do anything other than the way it's set up. So if you can see back here, there is a ground that we gotta put here. Sorry, here. And then the power going in and out. So an outlet is passive. So it's drawing power from the top, coming out the bottom, it's grounded, and it's gonna go. So we are literally going to take each one and just put it right into the next. So that way we're not messing up any way or direction of where this is coming from. So I'm gonna take off that power first. I'm gonna put it right here. I'm gonna take off the white one, put it right here. I'm gonna take off the black one on the bottom here, put it right there. So all these things are gonna go really fast. So let's unscrew, because you have to open it up a little bit. And that's where you're gonna put the wire, and then it's gonna tighten. Now I was saying only to do that if the power's going passive. If it stops there at that GFCI, you don't need this bottom part. Okay, when wiring this in, there is a very important factor that I needed to pay attention to. The old lines that went from the top to bottom are now going to need to be reversed. So the load and the line need to come from now, reverse it. So that was on the top for the old outlet and is now going on the bottom, and the bottom is going to the top. That will create enough power to go through the proper way. So that was probably something that's a major thing that you have to do when you replace this GFCI. So I'm gonna do that now. I'm gonna switch them, and then we're gonna load it back up, and let's see how it goes. So again, that one was on the top. We'll now go on the bottom. I'm gonna lock it in here. Line and load. This make sure they're nice and tight. The connection is there. Okay, that's it. Once we replace these wires and put them in the proper place, we're just gonna put everything back in, and we're gonna turn it back on. So we're gonna see how everything goes here. I'm gonna be properly putting this back in, so let's go with putting all the wires back. The wires have to be compressed and go back in here. And then we're going to use my drill again to get these long screws into the proper place. Screw holes here. Like I said, I'm using my drill because these are longer screws that go faster. I only place it in a little bit before I blink, and then I put in the other one. Now, my father taught me that a long time ago. Always never tighten anything down until everything's in the proper place. So shout out to Frank Archuleta. I would not be doing this if this wasn't for him. it wasn't for my dad, I never would have even tried to attempt any of this kind of stuff. So we miss him. We love him. Now I'm going to place the plate back on. Okay, plates are in. We're going to turn on the power. Let's see how it goes. Okay, we're going to go back here. Turn the power back on. Hey, so I pressed in the reset button, and let's see if this works. We got power. It worked. So the lines went in there. This comes pre-tripped, so you have to suppress the reset button, and once you do, we got power. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave the comments below if you'd like to see a little bit more of these little small projects like this. Thanks for watching The Masterful Master of None. We'll see you soon.